Gratitude goes a long way. Don't let the system convince you to focus only on what's leaving your account. Notice what's staying in your life because of it. Hey guys, it's Kiwan. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and being here. I appreciate it so much. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about living from a state of gratitude. So let's get right into it. Instead of complaining, pause. You didn't have to pay that bill. You got to. Like when you should. Like when we're always like, oh, thank goodness I got that bit out of the way. Oh, I got that bit out of the way. Start shifting your perspective to I'm thankful that I got to pay that bill. Like I'm thankful I get to pay my rent. It means I have a place to call home, a roof over my head, running water, electricity, warmth, and peace. In another example, I'm thankful I get to pay my phone bill because this little device connects me to opportunities, connection, learning, loved ones, and dreams that once felt impossible. And honestly, we need to start being grateful for what we have because where we're at right now is where we once, prayed for. I know not everybody feels this way, and some are still waiting, struggling, or hurting. My gratitude doesn't cancel their reality. In fact, it reminds me to stay compassionate. Once prayed for where we are right now. Like for example, I always prayed and manifested that, I would have something to stabilize my phone instead of, setting it up right here all the time. So now I have this gimbal and it turned out better than expected. Like not only does it hold my phone and stabilize it, but it follows me. And that's like such an upgrade, such a blessing, such like something that I never even thought of. And then it has its own light, so I don't even have to buy one. And then I got, another thing is my mics because I've always I didn't want to be like too loud. Like, yes, I needed to learn to be loud, but there were in some moments where like I just didn't want to be like, hey guys, like, like yelling and stuff. And I just wanted to be like, getting like the background noise out of the way. It's just like, the little things. And then it's like, yeah, like, at one point I was like, I want a camera. I don't really want that gimbal anymore. But I was just like, no, let me stay grateful for what I got, for what I have right now. When it's aligned for me to get a camera, I will have a camera. Yeah, it's like me also experiencing that like gratitude and like two things can be true at once. I can be honest, but I can also still be grateful. So I'd say that living from a state of gratitude taught me to just really appreciate everything around me. Like to stop and look at like everything around me because everything around me, like I once prayed for. Like I once prayed to have this iPad. Like I have it. We need to take a moment to appreciate what is here, what is now, and like, I have everything that I need right now, and like, the things that are meant for me in the future, and like, in the next moments will come in perfect divine alignment, divine timing, like. And I think a lot of us get caught up in like, we want it to be like this because if it's not like this, it's not perfect, which I do also understand. But it's like we have to shift our perspective on it. Like say you're creating like an album and like, you got all the songs written down and like all the titles and then you don't have, all this oh you don't have all the songs on there yet and like you just want it to get it done down and you just want to rush like you have and then you're not really focused on like the songs that you do have on there, like you're just focused on what you don't have. So just allow yourself to breathe in this moment, and just focus on what you really have instead of what you don't have. Because what you don't have and what you want, it's waiting for you, but it does not want you to rush for it. If you resonated and want to join the Kiwis, you're welcome here. You're welcome to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments and just, let me know. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned. Remember, a grateful heart sees abundance where others only see expenses.